I
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
the record show everyone's here. Susan will be on Teams. Okay, I'm going to read the public comment policy statement. If there's anybody from the public that wants to make a comment to the board, they will need to go over to the table over here and read the script and then fill out the form to make a public comment. At the end, we will reserve about 30 minutes for public comments, but you will only get 3 minutes to speak on your topic. The board will not respond. Has everybody looked over the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Second that motion.
Motion by Jorgensen, a second by Jones to approve the consent agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, did you get her on there?
I think she has herself muted.
Okay. Okay. Next up, introduce new hires to the board. Andy, you got,
Start the truck.
Yes.
okay.
Susan.
Yeah, really quick, wanted to introduce Sean Blemmel and Kyle Arden. They started new roles on Monday. So Sean is going to be the rock foreman. He's going to bring the inventory techs, the sign techs, the mechanics, and the roadside techs all under his control. And so I'm really excited with his background in project management and education, and just, yeah, really excited to have him in the role.
Good.
And then Kyle has been the culvert crew leader for several years on the east side of the county. Yeah, and is this your 20-year anniversary this year?
This will be 19 in October.
19,
So I've
so,
been on the culvert crew for 17 and leave me in 7.
so, yeah.
Now you're gonna get the pressure now.
Now I'm the 4.
Will you take the calls when people,
Yep. Yeah, that's already started.
that was a good move, Andy. Take the pressure off.
Mr.
Wicks,
yeah.
are you fully staffed now then?
We have a couple entry-level positions that we're still looking to hire for, but that'll be in the coming months. Yeah, really excited to have these guys on board and hit the ground running.
Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
Good.
Thanks. Sean, how long have you been with the county?
10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah.
Sweet. So Kyle, when you take over on the leadership side, who's gonna handle all of your perfect dirt work and excavation you did for the culvert team?
We got some pretty good guys that are good at that. Kevin Sampson, one of the culvert leaders, is pretty good. And then we'll have to rehire for my position. But yeah, we got some pretty good guys that was under me in that position. Hopefully we'll move up.
Mr. Sampson, is he gonna be the groomer for the whole county on those projects?
Well, no, hopefully he's really good at teaching the other guy.
I hope
the new
so.
Lead man too, because he's really good.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Thanks, Kyle.
Good.
yes.
Thanks for coming in, you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Congratulations. Okay, Jody Beckman, Election Administrator, Auditor's Office, canvass of 2026 primary election and to authorize auditor to pay election costs.
So moved.
This morning, so they will be sent off to the Secretary of State. And just need to authorize payment for the elections.
Okay.
I'll second Mr. Wickman's motion.
Got a motion by Wickman and a second by Jones to approve the canvass of the primary elections and then authorize the auditor to pay the election costs. All,
Jody, couple questions for you.
go ahead.
After the original count, did any votes change? Perfect. Is this our last election with that ancient Microsoft 7 software?
Yes, it is.
Sweet. I hope the transition goes really well for
Me
you.
too.
I really do.
Me too.
When does that start, the transition?
Hopefully soon.
Good.
I'm gonna reach out to ES&S
hopefully this week to find out how soon we can get the new equipment.
We'll get the new machines this summer and then.
They'll take our old machines.
We got a credit for our old machines.
Good.
Yeah, they'll take them. That was part of the deal and then they'll give us credit. And then they'll train our staff on the new elections. And then we have to train our precinct election workers later on in August on the new
Okay.
system, so.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Next up, Suzanne Watson, Director. Thanks for your work on that
Thank you
election.
very much.
Really appreciate it. Suzanne Watson, Director, Community Services. Discussion under decision for Community Services Director to sign Iowa HHS Disability Access Point Contract Amendment 2. ADSC 125016 for Potawatomi County. Suzanne?
Good morning. All right, well, we made it through year one almost in a few weeks. So, didn't know a year ago when I was sitting here if we'd still be standing, but gone very well. So, this is an original, it's a 5-year contract, but then there's an amendment every year. And it's kind of a pain to read because it goes off the original contract and then they just keep adding amendments. So they never go back and change the entire contract. So you have to reference and all that. So anyway, I reviewed it closely and Kristen reviewed it as well. We kind of pulled together all the amendments, the original, the first amendment, and now the second amendment, and have a good feel for it. So I'm quite confident that we can do everything required of us in this. And it's about a $3 million contract plus another $100,000 for services that we provide that will be reimbursed for on the back end. But most of the cost is we bill them monthly and they're really fast at submitting payment back to us. So as soon as we get our monthly data, we send it to them. And then within that next month, we're paid for the services. So, and we ended up with additional funds from this contract that they ended up not taking back. So we have enough of a fund balance that we don't worry about meeting payroll and all those things. So I feel like we're sitting pretty good.
I noticed the mileage
Mhm.
for the cars.
Yeah,
Are they burning up cars?
we spend a lot of time on the road,
Yeah.
going out and meeting people. The people that we work with, a lot of times don't have the ability to get to an office, so we go to them. And especially in the southeast side of this district, where we do quite a bit of traveling, so.
Has there ever been a safety concern with that, going to people's houses?
No, and we're very careful. So a lot of times we don't go to people's houses. Like when we meet people for the first time, we might meet them at a library or, and always make sure there's somebody else there too. Now, I will say back in the day when I started case management, we weren't always as cautious and things were different then. But yeah, these days we definitely meet people usually in the community the first time until we get to know them, so.
Good.
So, and then in addition, I think I had mentioned as well, the state agreed to there's a 7% administrative cap that goes along with this contract. And so for this year, we went back and did some adjustments. And then for this coming contract, with the about $3 million contract, there will be about it's based on our expenditures, but if we spend all of those funds, about 7% of that will be coming back directly to the county. So that's a good $200,000 just for space, rent, accounts payable, payroll, HR, just the things that keep it up and running. So.
Good.
Suzanne,
Questions?
yeah, Suzanne, back when the state took us over, we had a 40-cent levy on the taxpayers of the county. Your budget was about 2.5 million.
And it was about 10 million. Oh, well, yeah, back in the day, when it was only Potawatomi County.
Yeah. Now you're at 3.
We have no levy.
No, I know that, but your budget's 3 million.
Yes.
Are we still able to provide the services that we provided back when?
Yeah, so the difference is that we don't actually pay for any services now. This mostly covers the cost of staff and doing business. Whereas in the past, we were actually directly paying for services for folks. The state now pays for that. We're kind of the gatekeeper of funding on behalf of the state, but the state actually pays the bills.
Good.
Good question.
Okay, questions, comments?
Susan, are you happy the way things are running at this point?
Yeah, at this point I am.
There was issues in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for across the board with the entire system and the pieces that we don't have any control of anymore, which is your crisis systems and your outpatient mental health and those types of things. That's somebody else's direction now. But as far as just providing really good service navigation, coordination, social work, whatever you call it, directly to people, we're doing that really well. So I'm very proud of our staff, and we are almost fully staffed. We have some interviews tomorrow to fill our final position, and then we will be completely fully staffed, starting a new, Debbie Redmond that has worked for the county for years and years and years. She's been our SOAR specialist. So she helps people it's a program the county started long before regions. It helps people get onto disability more quickly, aimed at folks with serious mental illness, homelessness, near homelessness. And it's a program through the federal government that recognizes that our paperwork, we basically put everything together in a nice, neat package for people so that on the back end, Social Security Administration doesn't have to do that, and it gets people through the process more quickly. And what we had decided years ago was that when we were directly paying for services, that if people aren't on those Medicaid funded services and don't have that, then it's costing what was the county dollars before, but now the state dollars for not having those additional or being on Medicaid and disability and those types of things. So we were, as part of the first year contract, we were kind of hired by the state to develop some SOAR statewide, like if it was going to be a statewide program, what that could look like statewide. And Debbie was a big part of that. And so we've helped the state now come up with so all 7 districts will now have a lead SOAR worker. And Debbie's put together the trainings for that. And so we're kind of seen as the leaders in that for the state and the subject matter experts. So the person we're hiring tomorrow will actually be the lead for that position in District 1. So yeah, just something we're really proud of because I think it's going to be something that benefits the entire state and all the people.
Hero. Thank you.
Suzanne, I looked over the contract or the paperwork here. We don't have to sign it, correct?
Right, yeah, just need your permission and I'll sign it and send it back. Yep.
Okay, need a motion?
So move.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Wickman, a second by Jorgensen to sign the Disability Access Point Contract Amendment 2 for Pot County. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried.
All right.
Suzanne, thanks.
Thank you.
Becky Linehan, Finance and Tax Officer, Auditor's Office. Discussion under decision to approve and authorize the board to sign resolution number 39-2026 entitled Resolution for Transfer from Rural Services Fund to Secondary Roads Fund.
Good morning.
That's just routine, correct?
It's the final transfer from the rural fund to secondary roads fund.
Now, make that.
I'll
Second the motion.
A motion by Jorgensen, a second by Jones to approve resolution number 39, 2026 for transfer from rural services fund to secondary roads fund. Mary Ann?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman, Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Becky.
Thank you.
Thank you, Becky.
Matt Wyatt, Director of Planning and Development. Discussion under decision on purchase of a fuel barrel for the recycling center. How are you fueling now?
So we had been driving the skid loader across the road to the co-op
Oh, okay.
and getting it filled up. And that was so previous to that, conservation would swing by with their pickup every now and again and fill us up, and we'd use fuel cans as well. Co-op we started driving across the street back and forth, just filling it up. The co-op's now they're wanting out of that process. And so that's when I went out to just get a price for our standalone fuel barrel out there to be able to fuel our skid loader. It gets fueled about twice a week. They do use it quite a bit, loading materials out there.
Yes.
So, and this fuel barrel does have, I made sure that it had a meter reader to it so we could track our fuel usage that's coming out of there and know where it's going.
Is that the self-enclosed in case there's a leak?
Yeah, and I'll have containment.
Yeah.
Everything, we had it worked over with Jake from risk management, worked with Tom on setting the location and make sure we had the containment pieces of it correct. But the cost of it came in at $5,200, which is over our $5,000 threshold. It was not an expected expense, but we do have money within our capital line item for the recycle center. So I'm not asking for funds from the board to be able to go do this. The funds are there. I just need approval to utilize them in this manner.
You contract fuel?
Yeah, we would use Heartland Co-op to come out and fill up the fuel barrel as needed.
Matt, what is the size of that tank?
500 gallons.
Okay. That collection area at the base of the tank, what do you call that?
Containment?
Okay. Is that big enough to handle all 500 gallons?
Yeah, that's what we set out for.
This is diesel fuel, right?
It is diesel fuel.
It's in your budget.
We have money yes. We have money in the capital expenses of it to utilize it.
So it's coming out of your budget.
Correct.
So obviously that's something you want.
We do need it. One of the employees currently has brought in a fuel tank from his pickup truck from his farm. Tom, our manager, has been, so we've been utilizing that for the last week to fuel the skid loader.
So you're fueling out of the back of this truck?
Yeah.
That's a pain.
Well, I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second the motion.
Put a lock on that, man.
There will be, yes.
And they shut the power off every night.
You have to run power to it,
We will have a power hookup to it, yeah.
and that's not in this.
No, they won't hook up the power to it. We'll have to use an electrician, which I'll work with buildings and grounds to have that done.
Good. Got a motion by Jorgensen, a second by Jones to approve purchase for the fuel barrel for the recycling center for $5,200. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Got a fuel barrel. Matt Wyatt, Director of Planning and Development. Discussion under decision on MSW and C&D rate increase for recycling center as of July 1st, 2026, MSW.
That's your household garbage
Okay,
that comes in out there. Our Iowa DNR permit is still as a transfer station, so we don't have limits on our MSW that comes in there, so we still do take it. But we have been set at $50 per ton since opening in 2017 on there. Obviously, we've had our landfill costs have gone up, our hauling costs have gone up. And this is something that we talked about around the budget time, was the need to have to kind of come back and look at what our costs were that we were charging per ton. We are the cheapest in the area by far. Council Recycling Center currently charges $75 per ton. And I believe if you go up to Shelby, then it's 100 up there. But so if we were to look at the increase in cost per ton. Now, the other part I would tell you is that the majority of the people that come into our recycle center out there with MSW loads and things like that, they're your minimum $5 customers that come in. You get a number of those people that come in that have a minimum amount, they just get charged at $5. And that minimum piece of it isn't going to change for the majority of those customers. So we can move it to $100 per ton. We do get revenue from our recyclable materials. Now that fluctuates because at times cardboard, you have times where cardboard is more valuable than scrap metal is what you get paid per ton. And then it comes crashing down and you have to hold it for a while. We'll get to a point, we have a certain amount of storage area, but we do get to a point where we wind up giving the cardboard to them basically for free just to get rid of it so we can open up more storage area, and then the prices will come back up and we'll sell some cardboard, we'll sell some paper. So those revenues from our recyclable materials can kind of offset that cost to reach the $120 per ton. But I did give you the kind of the three figures down below, and that's based off of the tonnages that we have had from, now this was looking at 2025, and these were the numbers from June to December on there for tonnages wise and what those amounts would equal out to at each of the varying rates from 50 to 75, 100 and 120.
What's your recommendation?
My recommendation on it would be the $100 per ton mark. And then we watch the revenues from the recyclables, and as long as they're keeping up, we should be okay. If the revenues don't wind keeping up, then we'll adjust it accordingly.
Matt, there's garbage collected in trailer in a van or something that goes to this facility, is that right? They haul it to the
Your
facility?
the trainer haulers probably go directly down to the landfill.
I see, okay.
Because, so even with us at $50 per ton at the recycle center, they can haul it down to the landfill at a much lower rate. And so that's why you'll see the majority of them haul directly down to the landfill. Cause I mean, I think we're paying $34 a ton down there at the landfill right now. So they can get a much lower rate doing direct hauls. So they just have to look at what their fuel cost is and the distance that they're driving.
We have nothing, no control over garbage that's collected in trailer. So,
Right.
okay.
We're all a part of the same, what's called the solid waste comp plan for the area. You have to be a part of that solid waste comp plan to be allowed to go dump down at the landfill down there. But our solid waste comp plan area is a little bit different than most because we have a independently owned landfill. And those independently owned landfills are able to strike whatever deals they want to strike with individuals coming in and dumping in there in the landfill. So that's what kind of keeps that traffic down. So was one of the varying pieces of us moving from the setup that we had at Hancock to where we are now between Hancock and Oakland.
How do we advertise the changes?
So we're gonna work with, we'll put it out with Kate on the county there. We'll post up signs and have our staff out there start addressing. We have, there's a number of customers that are your daily customers, kind of coffee shop style. They stop by just to say hi and drop off a bag of garbage. So we'll have it communicated out through there. We'll also go and try to get in as many of the town halls that are a part of it as we can.
How much will that affect the small loads?
For your minimum charge ones, it won't, we're not gonna move that minimum charge. We're not shifting that $5 to 10 or anything like that. The minimum charge will stay there at $5, so.
Mostly commercial and.
Yeah, it'll be your bigger projects. We get a lot of estate cleanouts that come through there. So those larger loads that'll come in, it'll affect those.
Okay.
Matt, if a person brings a couple garbage bags, you charge them $5.
$5, yeah.
What do you charge for a pickup load?
Depending upon the weight of it, and just myself personally, I've hauled in some pickup loads that have had some significant weight, I felt like, to it, and it came out to $30. I think the most I've been charged going across the scale with a big load is $37.
I don't think your 5 is enough either, to be honest with you. Okay. It costs 120 to get rid of it, so we charge 100.
We're offsetting it though with the recycling revenues that we get out of there. That's kind of our incentive to people to break those things apart and to utilize those pieces of it is we take any recyclable materials, you come in for free. So if you come in with a giant load of cardboard, that all comes in for free. Paper comes in for free. And that's what gets some people down to that minimum bag charge, is they're able to separate out all those recyclable materials, plastics.
I think this is a step in the right direction. That we're not dissuading people from just throwing stuff on the roadside.
That's my next question. At what point do we end up with it in the ditch instead of the center?
Well, then that was also a big topic that kind of came out around that time. I think Andy will kind of let me know, hey, we're seeing a whole lot of more items picked up in the road ditch. But it is the person who's heading out to throw it in a road ditch there's no incentive that's going to bring them to us. They were heading out to throw it in a road ditch. They had no intention of paying for anybody to get rid of these materials. And unfortunately, those people are out there in the world, and that's what we have. Our other, our county inspectors out driving around, and they find the dumps and where they've dumped it on people's property, and they work with them to get them cleaned up. We had one just outside of town where they dumped in a whole dump load of dump trailer full of tires, just over a person's fence line. We had to work with them to get it cleaned up. So, I mean, those bad actors are out there, but.
Yeah. Matt, what do you do with hazardous materials? Paint, herbicide, that kind of, I mean, that used to be.
We do accept those. We are in partnership with City of Council Bluffs and their household hazardous waste program that they have. And we have, when you go out by our recycling center and you're coming from Oakland on Highway 59, that first little white metal building you see, that is our household hazardous waste building. And we take in all kinds of chemicals and paints and fuels, break it all down into different packaging methods. And then Council Bluffs Recycling Center actually sends their people out there and they pick it up from us, haul it into their main site here. And
Charge for getting rid of this?
there is a charge that goes across from that, and that's what we have our contract with the City of Council Bluffs for. So we pay the City of Council Bluffs, I think it's $87,000 and some change per year to manage that program and train our staff. So our staff gets constant updates on their HAZWOPER training.
I'll make the motion to accept the rate increase.
I'll second it.
Of 100?
Yes. That's what it was asked, correct?
Yes, 100 for each.
It doesn't specifically say that, I don't believe, Keith. So as long as you make that part of
Rate
your,
increase,
as
yeah.
long as you make that part of your motion, that it's $100.
$100 per ton.
Okay.
Matt, you wanted this effective July 1?
Yes.
Is that going to give you enough time to communicate to everyone?
Yes, I think we have a good plan in place to get the message out there, starting today. So, and it'll carry on through this month and past.
Okay, thank you.
Now, what do we do with tires?
We have a company that comes out of Kansas that we pay to haul them away.
What do they do with them?
I believe that they grind them up and it turns into the playground materials and we get a lot of tires in out there at the recycle. When we were just out there last Friday, there was actually an individual with a dump trailer that came in. I mean, and it just came from their farm. So we get
Wow.
a lot of tires. And it's price per pound,
Okay.
we do good on it.
The flooring for playgrounds.
Mhm.
Got a motion by Jones, a second by Jorgensen to approve the rate increase for the recycling center as of July 1st, 2026. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That's rate increase.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Andy Wicks, engineer, and Matt Wyatt, director of planning and development. I was gonna say, sit down. Planning and development, discussion and or decision on one-time road improvement for fiscal year 2027.
So that should be in the study packet as well.
It is.
Thought a handout might be helpful. So we have done a couple study sessions to talk about roadway improvements, from gravel to seal coat or gravel to asphalt that, we want to do to try to spur on, residential development. And after going back and forth, in study sessions and then talking with Matt, we've identified 4 locations that we would like to move forward with. We've had conversations with contractors, State Built and Western Engineering. So the prices that we got from them are the prices shown on the handout. And yeah, basically today we're here to ask for the board's approval to move forward with getting these contracts signed.
The, help me out with the 400th Street arson. We are only going south of 92, right?
Correct.
Okay, the oval you had on the map went clear north past Dogwood. I don't know what the scoop is with that. There's no road even there. I just wanted to make sure of that.
So the project limits would be Highway 92 just to the south.
Okay.
Yeah, we would not go north.
And that's asphalt, correct?
Yes, yep, that price is for asphalt.
And then, is that is that priority number 1? I'd like for it to be. We've been working
Yeah,
on this.
we can make
for
that priority number
5
one.
years.
More than that, 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're already doing work with Western Engineering across the county this year, and it would not be hard to get that added to the schedule and move that up.
That would be great.
And then you had a little, angle on Chestnut Road on 420th. What's that?
On 420th?
Percent.
I don't see it.
Well, it's in the map that was provided in our packet.
It may have been a formatting issue with the map I provided in the packet.
Okay,
The handout is accurate. We're just doing those 4 locations. So 400th Street, 240th, from Highway 92 down to Pioneer Trail.
okay. The 400th Street at Carson, is there an agreement with the city of Carson on that? Are you working on one?
We have one typed up, but we have not submitted it to Carson.
Okay. Has it even been provided to Carson yet?
It has not, no.
Okay. 240th Street.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you guys have some questions?
Go ahead. I'm good.
Keep going. 240th Street. There's no, there isn't a number for asphalt on that.
We decided to take that out. It was gonna be over $1 million, and we didn't want to shoot the whole project cost just on 240.
Didn't you talk about possibly just paving right over that at
And-
one point?
and the
That's what
thought-
we discussed in the study session.
Correct. So step 1 would be put the seal coat down, establish a solid base, and then if we do see development occur down there, because of the seal coating, then we can easily overlay it with asphalt, and it would be a much reduced cost at that point.
But there's a big difference between development on a seal coat road versus an asphalt.
But there's a big price difference in seal coating it first and then overlaying with asphalt. That was, in that study, the price was dramatically reduced on having that seal coat base there first versus just trying to go straight in with an asphalt road.
Okay.
And we meet with the developers today on from the Hugheses that are on the southern side of Pioneer Trail there to begin pieces of their TIF so that they're looking to get going on phase one. So just adding that, getting that seal coat in there now and seeing those two developments start to go up. Once the interest in the area does pick up, then that, reduced costs would be there for the asphalt overlay if needed.
What's the discussion been as far as traffic control once you hit 92?
We'd have to coordinate with the Iowa Department of Transportation. I have not gotten that far yet.
Well, once you
Oh,
put seal
we need to
coat
signalize
over
it.
that rock, that's where people are gonna go.
Yeah, so we'll put down a stop bar, painted stop bar, and we'll make sure the stop sign has the appropriate reflectivity. I can do a traffic study to determine if we need to add a signal there. At this point, the volumes are low enough that that is not warranted. But I can absolutely run the numbers and see if
Okay.
we need to.
What's the reason for 245th and Hackberry?
So, yeah, that connects, so west of the current location is already seal coated on Hackberry. And the thought is that we could add a wraparound to West Fair and open up those parcels for future development.
Correct. So that provides us a twofold benefit on that piece of it. One, when concert season kicks off, you all as board members know the calls that you get from complaints of the traffic heading out there to West Fair. West Fair is getting ready to do a $10 million renovation plus on that place. There's going to be more events, which is going to mean more traffic problems, more calls to you all. If we can, the highway patrolmen have always said, if we can just get them down to that 245th Street and wrap them back around, then that gives them a huge benefit of getting cars off the interstate, not blocking up that access point to it. The other benefit to it is that we have water right there. Sue Johnson Water Tower is right there. City of Council Bluffs said that they in our 2 mile areas deal, they really don't have any going north of Highway 6 plans to it. So that allows for more potential development in Potawatomi County. Now, I understand that there's some landowners that are there right now that maybe they don't see it that way. But, we all don't live forever, and they do get passed on and plans get changed.
I'm all about improving the roads. Any road we can improve.
Well, I want to do that too, Brian. It needs to be planned out and controlled, not just throw them in wherever we want
No,
to.
I get it, but we talked about this on our study session. And that was one of the big deals that they brought forward with that.
Could I say something?
What-
I'm with Western Engineering Company, and I'm here for a little different reason, for a fireworks permit. But I didn't even know this was gonna be talked about. But that section of road that he's talking about that we're to asphalt, if we don't do something with that in the next couple of years, it's probably gonna cost the county a lot more money.
Okay, thank you.
The last one, the Juniper Road. That takes it from L34 to Weston, I take it, right?
Correct. Yep.
Now, we had a discussion on that. There's no development that's gonna happen there.
On the north side. But on the south side, that was pretty,
Well, I don't know.
Pretty
I
likely.
don't know if the topography will allow much on the south side. Why is that so important? I don't see, I don't see the need for that one.
So it is,
What's the traffic count on that? Do we have any idea?
I can get that to you in a minute. I did not have that off the top. But it is seal coated on Weston Avenue already, and it's seal coated on Juniper west of L34.
That's correct.
So it's currently a gravel section in between two seal coated sections. So it's a good pass through, good connector. And then, yeah, in talking with Matt, there is development potential on the south side to extend that current subdivision.
Okay.
Let me get that traffic count for you.
Can I go Is 240th a farm market road?
It is not designated so in the map I provided. I can confirm that though for you in a minute.
Okay. Are you pushing back any road repair for these projects, Andy? Like M47?
No, M47 is still moving forward. The tentative plan is construction starts July 1st of this year for M47.
I think there was one on 205th Street that he just wasn't gonna do. It's a section just north of Honeysuckle.
What's that, Matt?
So I think 205th Street, just north of Honeysuckle, there was a small section he wasn't.
I don't think.
How come we took that out?
Uh, I don't have any issues with any of them, really. I mean, I'm not crazy about the Juniper Road thing. However, you know, it's a short stretch between two existing seal coat roads. And that's probably the most prudent thing to do is to finish that off.
And you're just seal coating that, correct?
Correct, just so
Okay.
and the traffic volumes are 140 to 170 on Juniper,
Okay.
whereas Weston is only 110, and that is already seal coated. So
So Juniper's gonna be seal coat.
correct.
So that means our total is gonna be less than $1 million for these.
Yeah, we're right at $1 million. Correct. Yeah. So roughly 200,000 for Juniper, 200,000 for Hackberry and 245th, 300,000 for 240th Street, and then 400th Street would be that 227.
I don't want to keep kicking a dead horse, but 192nd Street, I realize that we are not going to pave that, but that's in year 3 of a 5-year plan. And part of that is Mills County, is that correct?
Yes, if you were to go all the way to the southern section of 192nd Street, it goes into Mills County.
And as it develops, we can work rise and raise grants, right?
Yes, as we get those different corporations that come there, and we hear from Advanced Southwest Iowa, Apollo will let us know, and then we immediately go for those RISE grant opportunities. That's,
Continue with asphalt.
yes. Yeah, that would be, and I know you can be, if you, as a board, you can say, you know, well, we want to get these roads, want to get it asphalted down as far as we can go down with it and let the development come, you know, after they see that nice asphalted road, and then they'll, you know, they might incentivize them to move there quicker. And use the RISE grants for potentially the interior roads of any development that they may do. But I think right now the interest that's being shown in that area are large developers that would connect directly to the road. They wouldn't necessarily have public interior roads that would come off of them. So, but we do have a couple of existing businesses down there that if you guys wanted to get past with the existing ones that are there that we don't really have an opportunity to go for RISE grants for, I mean, you could shove it down a little bit. You could go further south with it.
If we could get that paved down to that exit, that would sure help the truck traffic around Lewis Central School.
Yeah, I mean, you see the truck traffic there in the morning and that dust, I mean, it comes up all the way to the interstate portion of it, but you know, you have Easton's Trucking's down there right now. It doesn't have asphalt down in front of them. I think then it goes on to Buck Morris has another property that's down there that doesn't have asphalt in front of it. He's already a located business in that area, and maybe one other parcel. So I'm like I said, you could take some extra funds and extend that road further to the south, just to gather those into it. But without going any further south than that, you might want to talk with Paula Hazelwood and see if she's got some real interest going on that parcel that could be utilized the RISE funds for.
Matt, did we get grants for that first section of asphalt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were RISE grant funds.
What were you gonna say?
So we could pave asphalt from the current, so East South Omaha Bridge Road is kind of the north terminal of 192nd Street, and we have asphalt for maybe 2,000 feet, 2,500 feet. We could pave another 3,000 feet and get that to the BNSF railroad track line. We could add that in as part of this if you guys want, or we could come back later and discuss that. Or separately, we could go on the south end and go from Bungie basically to the shooting range, and that's 4,600 feet, just under a mile. And I have not gotten a price for that.
That is not Mills County, right?
That is partially Mills
Yeah,
County.
portion of it would be
How far is it into Mills?
up to
About a
Applewood.
quarter mile?
Yeah. You're going from Bungie up to Applewood.
I mean, we don't want to pay for that, do we?
No, you'd want to do that.
We can get a RISE grant for that?
Or cooperation with Mills County.
Oh, yeah, I say more crop. I mean, it depends on what, but so I think Advance's land that they have an option on is just in that area. And so that would all be RISE grant funding,
Okay.
a portion of it. I mean, there's always
There's 4,000 feet is in Mills County.
4,000 feet.
There's only 600 feet to the shooting range entrance. But that funding cycle, I think the raise is due September or October. And those projects won't be awarded until next summer. So they're just kind of putting us out a year or two out anyways.
That's not in our plan.
That's
year
not in
three.
this discussion.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, not in this.
So you've got some repair work to do on some Silcoat roads too, don't you, Andy, this year?
Yep.
Do you have a number for that yet? That's okay.
We already have the contract signed with State Bill on that. We're already moving forward with those.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Need a motion to approve this one-time road improvement.
I'll make that motion. I appreciate you guys.
There's no such thing as a one-time road improvement. If you want,
That's what it says on the.
well, we don't have to do what's on the, we don't have to,
That's
our motion,
okay.
our motion doesn't have to be that. If you want,
We'll stay up.
if you want a motion to approve the road improvements as presented on Juniper Road, Hackberry, 240th and 400th Street.
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
Correct that.
I need a second.
I would actually like to see what you said down at Burlington Northern. If we have extra funds.
Would you like me to bring that back at another time?
Well, I don't want to be that guy.
We're close.
You're
on
giving me the
stuff,
look.
I think.
No, I want to, I really would like to see, if we're gonna have a discussion like that, it needs to be done at the beginning of his 5-year plan and not start making changes here right now. I mean, we have M47 that people have been complaining about for years that we need to get fixed. And I think that's important too. And just to go out and pave that road, without even, I don't think you can apply for a grant once the work's already done.
Nope.
So when the businesses come, when the RISE grant comes, that's the perfect time to look at that.
I agree. I'll second the motion for Mr. Jorgensen.
Jennifer Hackberry,
Juniper, Hackberry, 240th and 400th, with 400th being my top priority. We've been dealing with that for a long time. Matt knows everything about it. The discussions with Carson, although everybody on that council right now have changed. But
Do they
I don't-
even have a mayor?
no, I don't think they do.
No.
Mayor's gone. You are? Okay. Maybe you're interim.
Just don't let any small issue get in the way. I mean, this is important. Those lots there need to be developed. It'll be very important for Carson to open up some different opportunities for.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay,
We have to vote though, right?
got a motion by Jorgensen, second by Jones to approve the road improvements as described. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carried. Next up, discussion and or decision to approve and authorize chairman to sign rural transit system joint participation agreement with SWIPCO. Whose is this? Who's on SWIPCO?
I'm on the SWIPCO board. I'm not aware of this. Is John McCurdy in the audience?
No, I'm not aware of it either. We've never really signed an agreement. All we've done is pledged $6,000 every year. I think we've already.
$6,000.
Yeah.
Already.
You wanna,
And that,
table that, Brian, and.
I would like a little more info.
All right, good.
Okay. Leave that for next, or 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, they got quite a contract there. Okay, next up. Action taken. Kelly Fisher, payroll and benefits specialist. Discussion under decision to approve board chairman to sign application for group insurance for supplemental coverage, accident, hospital indemnity, critical illness, cancer only, and critical illness with Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. Okay.
So this is just the application so that we can continue to move forward with what the board approved with our MetLife, who is our dental and vision carrier, to keep our premiums lower than what they originally came in at. We said that we would promote the new supplemental coverage that we're doing. So this is just basically so we can start the implementation process with all the formalities in the agreement, that sort of stuff.
Kelly, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, good. I looked at both of those and, both of those premiums are paid totally by the employee.
Yes, the supplemental coverage
Yeah,
is paid by
supplemental
the
coverage,
employee.
right.
Mhm. Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
My question for you is that supplemental coverage based on salary?
No, the critical illness and the critical illness cancer only is based off of your age. And then the accident and hospital is just a flat rate depending on what coverage level you pick, but salary has nothing to do with it.
So do we have the plan in place to make the changes when the ages change?
Yes, it will be done annually with our July 1, just like our supplemental life insurances, so that we can kind of coincide the changes within those 5-year brackets.
Okay, that's part of the issue we had previously where we weren't
That
covering
is
things.
correct, yes.
But you got that all under control.
You have that all
I'll
under
move
control.
that for you, Brian.
Second that.
Thanks for.
Is that your
working on
recommendation, Kelly,
What?
to move forward with this?
To sign it? Yes, because you guys already agreed to proceed with it, so we just need the signatures.
Okay,
Just checking.
a whole bunch of signatures.
I know, I like all my purple tabs in there.
You got it. Got a motion by Wickman, a second by Jorgensen to approve me to sign the application for group insurance for supplemental coverage with Metropolitan Life Insurance. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Carried. Thanks for working on this, ladies.
Thank you, Kelly.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Okay, discussion and or decision to approve application for permit to display fireworks filed by Chad Lyons on July 3rd and July 4th, 2026 at 18151 400th Street, Oakland. Is that you?
We
All right.
got a big gravel and sand pit down there that we've had for years, and we figured that would be, I'm just gonna do it for a few of our executives. And I shoot electronically every year. We've done it in Warren County and then down by Plattsmouth in the past. And this year I want to bring a few of our people down to Oakland Pit and do it there.
You're doing it both days or just
The plan is both days, a small one on the third and a bigger one on the fourth. Weather permitting, I could fit them both into the same day if one day is good and one day is not good, weather-wise. But that's, I mean, that is one of the most remote spots in the county, and it's all sand and gravel.
Down southwest of town, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I've been there.
Have you, provided your plan to the Oakland Fire?
Yes, I've got their signature on
Okay.
that paperwork that I've submitted. I've got insurance.
And I see that you're gonna have your own watering truck?
Yeah, we do. Obviously, I'm the president and CEO of Western Engineering, and we do a lot. We do roads all over Iowa and Nebraska. And we have several 3,000-gallon water trucks. I'm gonna have a couple of them down there, you know, just as precaution, but it's all sand and gravel, so I don't expect any fires of any sort. There's nothing other than sand and gravel for half a mile all the way around.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Got a motion by Miller, a second by Jones to approve the permit for firework display at 18151 400th Street, Oakland.
That address, that is not.
Is that
No,
your address or is that the,
It's 18151, there's an extra one in there,
oh, I'm sorry.
but that's okay.
Okay, thank you. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
Don't start the county on fire,
Yeah.
and when you get the water to fill those tankers up, don't take it from Pot County, because we're running out of water.
He's got a big old lake there. Okay, I put this on here, discussion under decision on department head agreements, because we kind of left it hanging. And I wanted to get this going rather than, we've signed agreements as late as October before. I just wanted to get it going so we know what the heck we're doing for sure. And we've gone back and forth over this. And Susan, you got anything on this?
Well, I know that the department heads were meeting with Kristen to talk about their concerns and make some recommendations. And I haven't heard of anything coming back.
I haven't
And I
either.
just
and
dropped you.
I wanted to get us, back on the conversation, so we're not standing out here and everybody's wondering what we're doing. I think it's important to show our leaders where we're at and that we're not dropping the ball. Anybody got anything?
Kristen's not there today, right?
No, I believe she's off on vacation this week.
No, she and Matt are both at a, Iowa State
Oh.
County Attorney's.
Okay, that's right. Okoboji. Yes. I heard Okoboji, so I thought vacation.
It is a Okoboji, but it's a conference. for
That's
county
vacation to
attorneys.
me.
Now, this is
So-
in
Well,
regards
I-
to 3%, is that what we're talking about?
No,
No.
No.
Contract
This is
versus
just-
no contract.
Talking about contract for the agreement to work for the year. What'd you say, Susan?
Well, I would like to hear what their response was, what maybe the department heads don't want contracts. I mean, did somebody else get a report back? I haven't heard anything.
I've heard a couple things and people would like to see what we're gonna do and what we'd agree on, and that's why I put it on there. Just wanted to get us back in the conversation. So whether we need to wait for Matt or Kristen, I'm okay with that, but I
Yeah.
wanted to. Go
Well,
ahead.
let's table it and put it back on for June 23rd.
I'm good with that when they'll be here, so at least we had a little conversation about it, and I think that's good, so. Anything else, you guys? Okay, we'll put it on the 23rd then. Thank you, Susan.
Thanks, Brian.
Okay, committee appointments. Jeff? Pete? I went to a ribbon cutting out in Avoca, or Wida. I attended the Great American Rail Trail, some meetings there. Pot County Tourism, Les Hills Alliance. Interviewed for trail coordinators all day Thursday. And then we had a meeting here on Friday. And then I was at Lewis Township Fire Department last night. They got a house that they were gonna tear down. And they've been using it for training, and some of the residents were upset. And we went and listened to them and worked with the fire department there, so. Whether anything was resolved, it looks like they've got some things they are progressing with to calm everybody down a little bit, so that'll be good. Tim, you got anything?
Nope.
Susan?
I don't have a report, thanks.
Okay. Good. Let's see, next up. Public comments. Anybody?
I don't believe so.
Wow. Hey. That's it then. We've got a closed session coming up. Jasmine Elmore, Director, Human Resources, closed session pursuant to Iowa Code 20.17.3 for discussion and or decision on labor negotiations, collective bargaining matter. Thanks, everybody.
I'll make the motion to go into closed session.
Second that.
Thank you. Mary Ann, would you do a roll call, please?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman.
Andy, thanks for, yeah, I'm excited about those roads.
Should be helpful. Yeah, thank you all for.
Susan, I will call you back.
Okay.
My email.